What's up guys, it's CG. So this is going to be a thorough review of Gentle Fluidity Silver. First I'm going to give you guys a rundown so you have a general idea what the fragrance is about. Then I'm going to share with you how users rated the scent profile and the performance. My wife and I are going to share our impressions of it. And finally I'm going to share my overall opinion of it. Without further ado, let's get this started. So Gentle Fluidity Silver is a classy, masculine, fresh juniper scent. A lot of people say it's like getting hit in the face with a gin and tonic. I see where they're coming from with this one. Just classy, masculine, fresh, and very professional. The notes are nutmeg, vanilla, juniper berries, amber woods, coriander seeds, and musks. The average rating out of 1,800 votes was an 8.2, which is a reasonably high score. 71% of people gave it an 8 or above, so like 3/4 of people really consider this a good fragrance. And out of those, 1 out of 10 people consider this a 10, like excellent. And I can let you know from firsthand experience, the people that like this fragrance love it. They make it their signature scent. They always comment on it. So I know it just hits the nerve with certain people. For me, I don't really get that from it. I would give it somewhere between an 8 and a 9. I think it's a very good smelling fragrance, but it doesn't really like hit that happy barrier in my brain. For longevity, it got an average rating of a 7.8, and before I even saw this data, in my head I was gonna vote an 8, but it seems like I'm with the majority here. Over half of people also gave it an 8. And an 8 to me is just like, it's good. I can tell it has good performance. Like a 7 is a cop-out rating of, I don't really know what it is, if it's good or bad. I know this fragrance has good longevity. And that's a great thing for a fresh fragrance because that's somewhat rare for scents in this category. Now when it comes to sillage, it got an average rating of a 7.4. A lot of people gave it a 7 or an 8, about 80% of people. Now I'm a little bit different here. I would give it a 9 just because of how many compliments I get when I wear this fragrance. It's kind of ridiculous. Even hours after application, I'll get compliments from people that are standing at a distance. So I always felt the projection on this fragrance is very good, especially for a fresh fragrance, but just in general. So Gentle Fluidity Silver is an interesting fragrance because the scent type and the scent classification to me are two different things. For scent classification, I'm gonna say this is a timeless classic. The other scents that are in that classification would be Green Irish Tweed and Bleecker Street. Really just fragrances that are just super classy and super masculine. But Gentle Fluidity Silver doesn't smell like those at all, and it has no green to it. And that's how the scent type is different. The scent type is, I'm thinking Chanel Platinum Egoist and Creed Himalaya. These silver fragrances that are almost the smell of cool, the smell of cold air. They don't necessarily go blue or green. They kind of have a neutrality to it. So Gentle Fluidity Silver is an extremely classy, timeless scent that also is not a green, a blue, or even a citrus yellow fragrance. It's really just a neutral fragrance. When I think of silver fragrances, I think of shaving cream, kind of how it's meant to really just smell nice and cool and be refreshing. And if you were to smell it, you would say this isn't green or blue, this just kind of is. Things like Gillette or aftershave, like if you have a Gillette laying around and you smell it and you really think of how it smells cool, like kind of cold air, I get that from Gentle Fluidity Silver, kind of as an overall theme of it. But what makes it classy is the juniper. And the juniper is that sharp kind of herbal smell. Like if you've had gin and tonic, like a quality gin and tonic, there's an herbal taste to it. It's that type of herbalness, but the way I would describe it to somebody is, because I'm not really a big gin and tonic guy, so I haven't been exposed to it too much. Just imagine that kind of neutral, cooling air with a herbal freshness that's also neutral. It's not going green, it's not going blue. It's just the smell of herb, and it's very sharp and coming out of that coolness. And at the base, you have synthetic woods in this. The synthetic woods, I feel like were a choice. I feel like the synthetic woods make this actually smell better than if they use natural woods. It just gives it a manliness with an ambroxan. If you're turned off to synthetic woods, I could see you not liking this, but it's still the synthetic woods are more of a background thing. They're a supporting role, but they're prevalent throughout the composition. You have that synthetic woods with that nice silver cool freshness and that juniper coming in on top. And the whole thing just comes across as the definition of pure class. Class that's unadulterated, class that's not green, blue, or yellow, class that's just pure and silver. The ambroxan comes in, and if I were to rank how much ambroxan is it from a 0 to a 10 being Sauvage, it's kind of at a 5. Like there's a pretty decent amount of ambroxan in this, and it kind of holds the whole composition together with that silverness, that woodiness, and that nice juniper, and makes it more modern than what you're gonna get from Green Irish Tweed or Bleecker Street. Gentle Fluidity Silver is obviously like a really good smelling fragrance. It's very interesting how people react to it. Like I wear quite a few things on rotation, and I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt, my wife's favorite fragrance is Gentle Fluidity Silver. Like 1 out of 10 people will rate this as a 10, but those people really rate it as a 20. I wore this to work one time, and someone who never compliments anything that I wear walked up and cornered me and said, "You smell good today." I've had coworkers say that just smells so classy, like compliments galore. I know it performs well because of how many compliments it gets, and it lasts a really good amount of time for a fresher fragrance. When I think of who could wear this, I think anybody 25 and up could really easily pull this off in most situations. It's not a poolside scent, it's more of an office scent to me. It's more professional. Who I envision the most is Richard Gere. I don't know why, but I envision him from the movie Pretty Woman. And I think I envision that just because that slight silver hair with that kind of casual demeanor, with that suit, like it's not too formal, it's not too serious, it's somewhere really in between. And that's just the embodiment of Gentle Fluidity Silver for me.
Gentle Fluidity Silver. Wow, I really love this. This to me smells super classy, like, you know, a very distinguished gentleman would wear this. Not necessarily for older people. The age to me would fit any age range, but it just feels so classy that you associate that with older people. Extremely clean. I get like a perfect blend of citrus and floral. I don't know, I'm not great at picking out notes and things like that. I can just tell you, yes, this smells really good. It smells really classy, and this is a 10. You can't go wrong with it.
So I love Gentle Fluidity Silver. I think it's a great, fresh, dumb reach fragrance. I mean, it works in so many situations. Personally, I don't know if I would go for a bottle of it because of how expensive it is. I think I would always have a split, because you can get 30 ml decants for a reasonable price, where people split the 200 milliliter bottles. But because my wife loves it so much, it's gotta be her favorite fragrance on a man. I know by how she reacts and how consistent her reactions are, I'm gonna have to get Gentle Fluidity Silver in the bottle one day and always have it around for those date nights and going out with her moments. And I love it. I think it's classy, it's great. And yeah, feel free to comment with y'all's opinions and subscribe for future content. Peace out.